All right, man. So we're like just gonna fucking get into this. No intro. Fucking intro. No, never mind. I'll give an intro. I just wanted a some way to just let off the fucking anger, the annoyance, the amount of annoyance I have with the Houston Rockets. Okay. I even made my little fucking notes and all that. We're gonna fucking just skim through them because I'm not going word for word. Basically, sum it up. I've been a Rockets fan since 2018 or so, 2018, 2019, somewhere in that realm. I don't exactly remember. I started watching 2016 with the LeBron 3-1 comeback, the iconic block, the Kyrie shot, all of that. But I really started watching in 2018, like consistently looking at the games, looking at the players. I had 2K, so I'd play a lot. That's how I learned a lot of the players. Was actually the draft class of Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, whatever that class was. That's when I started watching after they were drafted. So whatever that season was, whatever. 2018, 2019. I needed a team. I didn't have a team. I had to go for something because it would just been fun to root for a team. And Alabama, the state that I live in, doesn't have a professional basketball team. So I really, really adored what James Harden was doing. His play style was just insanity. The 7 second ISO, just all the offense really running through him was just great. You know, he's averaging 40. Like, I just was like, okay, Rockets, that's my team. I like them. Cool, cool, cool. So since 2018, I have seen the highs and I have seen the lows. But here in 2026, genuinely is the most furious that I've been as a fan. And I watched the series whenever we went against the Lakers in 2020, and how the small ball lineup was just instantly countered because they have fucking Anthony Davis, hello, and Dwight Howard. Yeah, they had just big men that were just absolutely demolishing us. Dwight Howard looked like damn Will Chamberlain out there with the Harden situation not working. We have multiple opportunities with Chris Paul. You know, not Chris Paul. We were the second seed. We were first seed 1 year, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and we almost beat the Warriors. Actually, in 2016, I didn't watch that. Those I wasn't there, but that was like, great. It was really really great. But it just was not working. So we had to move from Harden. He's being a little baby, got fat, forced his way out, and we did win a pretty good deal getting in draft assets that eventually turned into Tari Eason, Cam Whitmore, who's no longer on the team, and Reed Shepard. And we still have a couple more picks. I cannot remember the player we got. Was it Victor Oladipo? It may be Victor Oladipo. Maybe. And like I said, like I wasn't mad about it. It just had to happen eventually. I'm kind of glad he kind of left the team. That gives us a new direction, a new way to go. And even when we won 20 games a year, I wasn't mad. Like watching my team look like they can't even go toe to toe with the AAU team was not the most exciting, but it was fun. I'll tell you, it was so fun. Shout out Christian Wood. I'll never forget you, Rockets, Christian Wood. Never, ever. So we get everything kind of figured out after a couple years of just tanking, getting good, great draft picks. We had Jalen Green. Didn't pan out the way we wanted to, but he was promising. He was the obvious number 2 pick, except Evan Mobley and Scotty Barnes. But at the time, it was just had to happen, right? Then we get Jabari Smith, Alperen Sengun, which ended up being a sleeper pick at a moment. And then again, Tari Eason, Cam Whitmore, Ty Washington, Usman Garuba. We were able to, get a nice young core, move those young core for, everything else. So we get to a point, our young talent is developing. We end up signing veteran players. Fred VanVleet, a great addition. Just being this a veteran leader. Dylan Brooks on top of Ime Udoka coming onto the team, giving us the defensive presence, giving us we're becoming more of a team, right? We also had Steven Adams, who ended up being just the what's the damn word? The dark horse of the Rockets. The series with the Warriors last year, He was the X Factor. My apology. I was always mixed him up. He was the X Factor. We wouldn't have went to Game 7 if it wasn't for Steven Adams. And I give props for that. Again, coach comes in, brings the identity, implements discipline, improves our defense, makes us seem more like a team and not so much of a 5th grade AAU team. You got to think, like, our defense was elite. Our rebounding, elite. All of that was elite. What was not elite? Our offense. Jalen Green and Fred VanVleet just was not the backcourt that you needed. It's inconsistent. The nights that they had good nights was awesome. Freddie had some moments where he hit some big-time shots that we needed, and that's great. Just not consistent. You hit one buzzer beater in 4 months, whatever, it's just like, yes, the inconsistency was ridiculous. So, yeah, got exposed in the playoffs. We didn't have that go-get-a-bucket player. And we got upset in the first round, but was it really an upset? It's a fully healthy Warrior squad that was only a 7th seed because Jimmy Butler, Curry were injured for the majority of the year. That's going to drop them down, but it was probably the best 7 seed ever. I'm not going to fact check that, but that sounds pretty right. So, yeah, like a young team, like losing like that with not like an all-star caliber player aside from Alp is completely fine. Like, I wasn't mad about it. I was like, okay, we got it next year. Let's go get a bucket player, and let's capitalize. We did. We went in on the Kevin Durant trade. Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and a 10th overall pick. We did not need that pick, so it was perfect timing to trade that. And I can't remember if that pick, I believe, is the Nets pick. So that, like, added to it. Trading James Harden eventually led us to get Kevin Durant. Okay? And initially, the trade just seems like it was going to work. Now, all we needed was that player that is going to score for us. Somebody, we need a bucket. Go get that bucket, KD. He's literally the greatest of all time at that particular mold, is going out and getting a bucket. Jalen Green just wasn't cutting it for us. We was the 2nd seed. We needed to capitalize. So we had to let him go. Bye, Jalen. Your time was fun at times. And Dylan Brooks losing that defensive impact because that he really like gave us a really good identity. We got to do it. It's Kevin fucking Durant. You know what I mean? And yeah, 10th pick, didn't need that. Our young assets were all really great. I think we got Reed the year before. Yeah, he's a rookie, all that stuff. So here we go. The 2025 to 2026 season. This season was so fucking frustrating. Nobody else on the roster could go get a bucket. It had to be Kevin Durant. We had to rely on Kevin Durant a lot more than we needed to. This was supposed to be the year that Kevin Durant, of course, solely focused on offense, but he was going to be great on offense because he didn't have to do too much on the defensive side of the ball because we have Amen Thompson, because we have Jabari Smith, because we have now Josh Okogie, because we have Dorian Finney-Smith. I'm going to get to those motherfuckers in a minute. But this was supposed to be the year for Kevin Durant, okay? To not be doing everything on both sides of the ball. Just go and get you a bucket. Help us out. So I have a couple of people that I want to call out, and we're gonna go from there. The front office and staff. We got a huge hit with Fred VanVleet tearing his ACL before the season even started. Okay? Steven Adams had a really bad leg injury in January. And those are all stuff we cannot prevent. That's going to happen. Players are going to get injured. Players are going to miss time. That's just how it's going to be. But why in the fuck did we not make a single move at the deadline? A single move. We had Reed Sheppard and Aaron fucking Holiday running our point guard position. I think Amen Thompson did some here too, but he is not a point guard. He is just put him in the forward position. The 3, the 4, put him there. He works especially well there. We had no guard play. We had no person that was able to make plays on the floor. LP could not do that anymore. It just was not working. his greed and selfishness, because, oh, I'm a 2-time All-Star, 1-time All-Star, whatever the fuck may be, he's so in his head that he's not really worried about wanting to facilitate anymore. He's more worried like, oh, I got to get 30 points, but I'm like, why did we not make a move? We were trying to force Reed Sheppard to be that number one facilitator for our team, for a playoff contender, a championship contender. Before the season, we were a contender. We were the second seed. All we did was added Kevin Durant, took out. We were a contender. However, when you don't have the starting point guard that made us the contender, and you're making a year two player having to fill those fucking shoes, he wasn't ready. Chicago had 34 guards on the roster. We couldn't grab one of them. We couldn't have Rob Dillingham. We couldn't have got Ayo Dosunmu, who the Timberwolves got him for a bag of chips and a blowjob. Like, nothing. We couldn't find any sorts of big man that does what Jakob Poeltl. We couldn't grab Jakob Poeltl. Mason Plumlee is even still in the league. Just somebody, man. We just didn't get anybody. So we had to rely on fucking Clint fucking Capella getting playoff minutes. What are we fucking doing? Glaring problems in the regular season that just could have been fixed at the trade deadline, but nothing was done. Absolutely nothing was fucking done. All of that got exposed by the Lakers. We also, we don't have a fucking shooter on the team. Kevin Durant, nice. Reed Sheppard, once in a fucking blue moon. Man, like, no three-point shooting. We could have got Luke Kennard. We could have got fucking Buddy Hield. Somebody to at least give us a couple threes, because if my memory serves me right, we were one of the bottom fucking three-point shooting teams in the whole league. Ime Udoka, during the fucking playoffs, gave us terrible, terrible lineups. Why did we run? I believe this is the right lineup. Aaron Holiday, Reed Sheppard, Amen Thompson, Tari Eason, and Sengun. Why the fuck are we doing that? Why do we not run Reed, Amen, KD, Jabari, and Alp more often? That was our best plus minus. And Ime, man, like, why were you benching Reed Sheppard a majority of the time of the season? Why was he not starting more consistently? Why was he not getting those big-time minutes that he needs to at least get him ready for the playoffs? No, that he's not going to be 110%. He's not going to be no fucking Wardell Steph Curry once the playoffs come on. But at least he would have been a lot more fucking ready. You play him for 4 games, and then one game, let's just not play him. We'll be okay. Aaron Holiday, lace up, man. We got Josh Okogie on the roster. Like, makes sense. If you're not getting a point guard, let fucking Reed play. Develop him for the playoffs. Now he has to carry the load of Fred VanVleet with no fucking experience. Alperen Sengun. Boy, oh boy, you motherfucker. You little piss blanket. You little shithead fart for brains. He doesn't give a fuck about basketball. He seriously doesn't. He complains a lot more than LeBron James does. He's good offensively when he doesn't want to make fucking stupid-ass, retarded decisions and chucks every shot up when he can. Doesn't matter if you got 2 people on you and one of the best scorers of all time in the corner. No, that don't matter. I'm still going to hawk it up, and whenever I'm obviously elbowing someone in the face, I'm going to be like, what? Like, you pissed me off so much in this series because of that. I have a jersey of yours, man. And it's going away. I'm burning it. I just cannot. You need to get off my fucking team, dude. I remember, what game was it, man? Game 1 or game 2, man? 3 minutes left. We are like, it's tight. The score is tight. This motherfucker shoots a 3. 30%. 12% at the series at the time. And you think it was appropriate for you to shoot a fucking 3. Kevin Durant was playing, by the way. He literally just played terrible the whole entire season. And I didn't even talk about the defense. No effort, no skill, a 6'11" fucking traffic cone letting DeAndre Ayton look like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like, DeAndre Ayton is ass. But he played like a fucking goat against us. Every possession of his was so hard to watch. just messed up, gets slightly touched, complained, bitches, and just nobody on the team likes him, man. There's so much clips of so many players looking at him. What the fuck are you doing? I remember Tari Eason going in on his ass. Ime told his punk ass to sit down after that 3. Dorian Finney-Smith, you're next. Initially, doing that deal in the offseason was like a steal, man. I was ecstatic. I thought he was going to plug in perfectly on the roster. Completely perfectly. What appeared to be a steal turned to fall so fucking flat on his face. He does not play. He doesn't have a spot on the team where he is working. And it's like, I can't remember exactly, but I feel like Ime Udoka did let him get some minutes at the beginning of the season, but he just wasn't panning out. So it could be just a little bit of like him not panning out the way that he needs to pan out, or him just not having a spot on the team. But like, still play him, let him get the rhythm in. He's playing on a whole new constructed team. Yeah, he left the Lakers actually, and that's fucking beat us. I don't know. DFS, you just wasted my time. I had high hopes, and you just like put it all the way down. You and like a bit of like Ime just not playing you. Like, you know, that's a that's a contract we could have traded. That's a contract we could have got out and moved out. But no. And just Jabari, you had a game or two where you were doing really great. I feel like you've been great defensively the whole entire season, but you got to shoot. You got to make buckets, man. You shouldn't be going 3 for 19, 5 for 24, whatever the case may be. You do not need to, like, be missing. You need to be that spot-up shooter. You would think that now you have Kevin Durant who is able there to help you. You can at least just make a shot. You know what I mean? And you just didn't do that. I really thought, like, Jabari was going to jump and, like, have an easier load. Just be that spot-up shooter. You don't have to do what Kevin Durant does because Kevin Durant's on the team. But you didn't do that, okay? Tari Eason, you just fell off the map, buddy. You were the Swiss Army knife of the team, like one of the most efficient three-point shooters to just absolutely, like, not even being able to throw a rock in the damn ocean if you were sitting on a boat. It's like terrifying, actually, how bad he ended up becoming a shooter after being one of the best spot-up shooters in the whole entire league. Who else do I don't even have notes. Who else do I need to put down? Aaron Holiday, like, you tried, man, but like you just did not need to get playoff minutes. 2026, Aaron Holiday is getting playoff minutes. What are we doing? Reed Shepherd, I understand you were trying. You have very, very little playoff experience, NBA experience for that matter. You're in year 2 asking to be doing a whole lot. But it's like some of the shots you were chucking up was infuriating. It was annoying. It just, why? But I can't be completely mad at you. This is Ime Udoka's fault. Purely was it Ime Udoka's fault. And then we got Kevin Durant. Genuinely, am I mad at KD? No, I'm not. He's been great all year. All-star. Iron Man, too. Played the most games or tied this season with the most wins. Or, sorry, I'm fucking all over the place. This just got me heated. First in his career in games played since the one of the Warrior years. I can't find it. One of his Warrior years, like tying like his most played games. He just like can kickstart a lead for us, go get us a bucket. A couple games this past season, he gave us the big shot that ended up getting us winning. But when you're relying on a 43-year-old Kevin Durant to be the only one to get us a bucket, like, yeah, I'd be fucking pissed too. I'd make a burner shitting on my team's low effort, lack of skills, and my coach being a fucking moron. Like LeBron James, the greatest basketball player of all time. He is 41 years old. There's no reason that he should be carrying a Lakers team with Marcus Smart and Luke Kennard over a healthy Rockets team. Now, granted, KD was out a majority of the year, but our athleticism blows them out of the water. But it just didn't. It just like that just doesn't make any sense to me. And it's not even like us losing, it's us losing in 6 games. Now, yes, we had, 2 back-to-back wins where it looked promising like we were going to come back, but it should not even got to that point. We should not have ever been down 3-0 to the goddamn Lakers, man. Like, come on. Marcus Smart should never have a 25-point playoff game. Luke Kennard should never be a leading scorer on any team that he is on. So I get KD. I get KD. It's a 6-year rebuild that we had to go through. And this was the year to make something happen. Even if we didn't win the championship, at least get out of the first fucking round. But no, we can't do that. We can't do that. And now we're probably going to need to restart everything too, because this shit's not working. We literally added the greatest scorer of all time, and we did absolutely nothing. Like, I really wish I was exaggerating, but this is like just infuriating. This is awful. If I had $1 for every time I'd say infuriating, I could probably get somebody and fucking sign somebody to get on this damn team. Shout out Amen. Amen hooping the whole entire time, had us on our back, doing everything for us, scoring. Amen's not even the best scorer on the team, but he was the best scorer on the team. His plus-minus differential on and off the court was just incredible. So what do? Trade everybody. Literally fucking trade everybody.